Overthinking is one of the most common mental challenges we face today. It sneaks into our thoughts when we least expect it, taking control of our minds and pushing us into endless loops of worry, doubt, and indecision. This vicious cycle is exhausting and often leaves us feeling stuck, paralyzed by our own thoughts, preventing us from truly living in the present moment. Imagine this: you've just made a decision, but moments later, your mind starts racing. Was it the right choice? Could I have done something differently? What if something goes wrong? Before you know it, you're trapped in an endless cycle of second-guessing, reliving past mistakes, or worrying about future outcomes. Sound familiar? Overthinking drains our energy and distorts our perception, making it nearly impossible to move forward with confidence. It's a mental habit that many of us develop unconsciously, often due to fear of failure, fear of the unknown, or fear of making mistakes. But what if I told you there's a way to break free from this exhausting mental cycle? That's where Stoic philosophy comes in. Stoicism, an ancient Greek school of thought, provides timeless wisdom on how to manage your mind, emotions, and actions. It's not just about lofty ideas, it offers practical tools for overcoming life's challenges, including the mental chaos caused by overthinking. In today's video, we'll explore 7 powerful Stoic lessons designed to help you overcome overthinking. These lessons will give you a roadmap to regain control over your thoughts, allowing you to live with greater clarity, purpose, and inner peace. Let's dive in and see how Stoicism can help you break the cycle of overthinking and transform your life for the better. Focus on what you can control, the dichotomy of control. One of the most profound lessons in Stoic philosophy is the concept of control. Epictetus, one of the most well-known Stoic philosophers, said, "We cannot control what happens to us, but we can control how we respond to it." This simple yet powerful principle forms the foundation of Stoic thinking and is particularly effective when it comes to overthinking. Overthinking often arises from our desire to control everything around us: people's opinions, the outcomes of situations, and even the future itself. We want to predict every possible scenario and make sure everything goes according to plan. But here's the truth: no matter how much we analyze, plan, or worry, there are things in life that are simply beyond our control. Imagine worrying endlessly about what others think of you. You replay conversations in your head, wondering if you said the right thing. You stress over whether someone misunderstood you, or if they secretly harbor negative opinions about you. This mental chatter is exhausting, and it often leads nowhere. Stoicism teaches us that we have no control over other people's thoughts, opinions, or actions. What we can control, however, is how we respond to situations and how we conduct ourselves. The Stoics refer to this principle as the dichotomy of control. It's a distinction between what is within our control and what is not. The only things we truly have control over are our own thoughts, actions, and attitudes. Everything else, external events, other people's behaviors, and even the outcomes of our efforts, is beyond our control. By focusing only on what you can control, you free yourself from the mental burden of overthinking. When you catch yourself spiraling into worry or analysis paralysis, pause and ask yourself, is this within my control? If the answer is no, then it's time to let go and focus on what you can influence: your mindset, your behavior, and your immediate actions. Begin to cultivate a habit of identifying what's within your control in every situation. For example, if you're stressed about an upcoming project or presentation, focus on how you can best prepare for it, rather than worrying about how others might react. You can't control their reactions, but you can control how well you do your part. This shift in mindset will help reduce overthinking and allow you to take action with confidence. The more you train your mind to focus on what you can control, the less energy you'll waste on things outside your influence. This practice leads to greater mental clarity, reduced stress, and a more empowered way of approaching life. Embrace Amor Fati, love of fate. Another powerful Stoic concept is Amor Fati, which translates to love of fate. This principle teaches us to embrace everything that happens to us in life, whether good or bad, with acceptance and grace. It's a mindset that says, whatever happens, I will not only accept it, but I will also love it, because it is part of my journey and my growth. Overthinking often arises from our resistance to uncertainty. We fear the unknown, and we want to control every outcome to avoid failure or disappointment. But Stoicism reminds us that life is unpredictable, and no amount of overthinking will change that. The more we resist the inevitable ups and downs of life, the more we fuel our anxiety and mental clutter. Amor Fati challenges this approach by encouraging us to not only accept what happens, but to embrace it fully. Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor and Stoic philosopher, wrote in his Meditations, "Accept whatever comes to you woven in the pattern of your destiny, for what could more aptly fit your needs?" This means that every experience, every challenge, every success and failure is part of your personal growth. Instead of resisting life's twists and turns, you embrace them as necessary and valuable. This mindset shift can be incredibly freeing. By practicing Amor Fati, you stop trying to control the uncontrollable and start seeing life's events, good or bad, as opportunities for growth and learning. This reduces the need for overthinking, as you begin to trust that whatever happens is meant to shape you into the person you're becoming. The next time you find yourself worrying about a potential failure or setback, remind yourself of Amor Fati. Ask yourself, what if I embrace this challenge instead of fearing it? How can this experience contribute to my growth? By reframing challenges in this way, you'll start to see them as part of your journey, rather than something to avoid. Amor Fati helps reduce the mental friction caused by resistance. You'll find that the more you embrace life's uncertainties, the less you'll feel the need to overthink or control every outcome. Memento Mori, remember the brevity of life. One of the most profound Stoic practices is Memento Mori, which means remember that you will die. At first glance, this may seem morbid or even unsettling, but in reality, it's a powerful reminder to live with intention and purpose. Overthinking is often driven by fear of failure, fear of making the wrong choice, or fear of what the future holds. We get caught in hypothetical scenarios, constantly analyzing every detail, trying to ensure that nothing goes wrong. This mental loop keeps us stuck, preventing us from taking meaningful action in the present. Memento Mori teaches us that life is short. The Stoics believed that by reflecting on our mortality, we gain clarity about what truly matters. Instead of wasting time on unnecessary worry or overanalyzing trivial concerns, we are reminded to focus on living with purpose. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You could leave life right now. Let that determine what you do and say and think." This quote underscores the importance of living in the present and not allowing overthinking to rob us of our precious time. By remembering that our time is limited, we can put things into perspective. The next time you find yourself overthinking, ask yourself, if this were my last day on earth, would this concern still matter? This simple question can help you shift your focus away from minor worries and onto what truly deserves your attention. Make Memento Mori a daily practice. Take a few moments each day to reflect on the brevity of life. This doesn't mean living in fear of death, but rather using the awareness of mortality as motivation to live fully. When faced with overthinking, remind yourself that life is too short to waste on unnecessary worries. Focus on what truly matters and take action. By contemplating the brevity of life, you'll stop wasting time on trivial concerns and start living with more intention. This practice helps eliminate overthinking by shifting your focus to what is most important. Stoic journaling, clarify your thoughts. One of the most practical Stoic exercises for overcoming overthinking is journaling. Marcus Aurelius' Meditations is a collection of his personal reflections, written not for others, but for himself. Through journaling, he was able to process his thoughts, emotions, and actions, gaining clarity on how to live according to Stoic principles. Journaling is a powerful tool for managing overthinking because it helps externalize your thoughts. Often when we're caught in overthinking, our minds become cluttered with repetitive worries and hypothetical scenarios. By writing these thoughts down, you create distance between yourself and your thoughts, allowing you to observe them more objectively. When you journal, you can begin to see patterns in your thinking. You might notice that certain fears or worries come up repeatedly, even though they rarely come to fruition. This awareness helps you challenge unproductive thoughts and refocus on what truly matters. Start a daily Stoic journaling practice. Set aside 10 to 15 minutes each evening to write down your thoughts, worries, and reflections on the day. Use this time to reflect on how well you applied Stoic principles, such as focusing on what you can control or practicing Amor Fati. This practice will help you gain clarity and reduce the mental clutter that leads to overthinking. Journaling is a powerful way to observe your thoughts from a distance. By regularly reflecting on your thoughts and actions, you can cultivate a clearer, more focused mindset, free from the grip of overthinking. Reframe obstacles as opportunities for growth. Overthinking is often fueled by our perception of obstacles as threats. We worry about what might go wrong, how we might fail, or how difficult a situation might be. But Stoicism teaches us to view obstacles not as roadblocks, but as opportunities for growth. Marcus Aurelius famously said, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." This means that the challenges we face are not only inevitable, but essential for our development. Rather than fearing obstacles, the Stoics believed that we should embrace them as necessary steps on the path to self-improvement. When you reframe obstacles in this way, they stop being sources of anxiety and overthinking. Instead, they become opportunities to practice virtues like patience, resilience, and courage. This mindset shift helps you approach challenges with confidence and clarity, rather than fear and hesitation. The next time you encounter a challenge that triggers overthinking, pause and ask yourself, what can I learn from this situation? How can this obstacle help me grow? By reframing obstacles as opportunities, you'll reduce the mental friction that leads to overthinking and gain a more positive, proactive mindset. Every challenge is an opportunity for growth. By embracing this mindset, you'll stop overthinking about potential failures and start seeing obstacles as essential parts of your journey. Live in the present moment. Overthinking often pulls us out of the present moment, causing us to dwell on past mistakes or future anxieties. Stoicism teaches the importance of living fully in the present, focusing on what is within your control right now. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Confine yourself to the present." This simple instruction serves as a powerful reminder that the only time we truly have is the present. The past is beyond your reach, and the future is uncertain. But the present moment is where you have the power to act, to make decisions, and to engage with life. When you're caught in overthinking, your attention is scattered, often jumping between past regrets and future worries. This mental distraction not only causes stress, but also prevents you from fully experiencing the present moment. Practicing mindfulness, or prosouche as the Stoics called it, involves bringing your attention back to the present moment. It's about cultivating awareness of your thoughts, emotions, and actions without becoming overly attached to them. By practicing mindfulness, you can observe your tendency to overthink and gently guide your focus back to the here and now. When you notice yourself overthinking, take a deep breath and ground yourself in the present moment. Focus on what you are doing right now, whether it's a task at work, a conversation, or even something as simple as eating a meal. This practice will help quiet the mental noise and bring clarity to your mind. Mindfulness is a powerful tool for overcoming overthinking. By living fully in the present, you can reduce the mental distractions that lead to stress and anxiety, allowing you to engage more fully with life. Take action, the antidote to overthinking. Overthinking often leads to inaction. We get stuck in a loop of analyzing every possible outcome, trying to predict the future and avoiding decisions because we fear making the wrong choice. But Stoicism teaches us that the antidote to overthinking is simple: take action. The Stoics believed in the concept of prohairesis, or rational choice. This means taking responsibility for your actions and making decisions based on reason and virtue, even when the outcome is uncertain. Instead of getting trapped in indecision, Stoicism encourages us to focus on what we can do right now, in the present moment. Taking action, even if it's just a small step, helps break the cycle of overthinking. Once you begin moving forward, you gain clarity, momentum, and confidence. It's important to remember that you don't need to have everything figured out before you act. By taking small, meaningful steps, you build momentum and reduce the mental clutter that comes from indecision. The next time you find yourself stuck in overthinking, make a conscious decision to take action. Start with a small step, whether it's making a phone call, outlining your thoughts, or tackling the first task on your to-do list. Action breeds clarity, and the more you move forward, the less you'll feel the need to overthink. Taking action is the most powerful way to overcome overthinking. By focusing on what you can do in the present, you'll break free from the mental paralysis of indecision and gain the clarity and confidence you need to move forward. Conclusion: Stoicism offers a wealth of wisdom for overcoming overthinking. By focusing on what you can control, embracing life's challenges with Amor Fati, remembering the brevity of life with Memento Mori, journaling for clarity, reframing obstacles as opportunities, practicing mindfulness, and taking action, you can free yourself from the mental traps that keep you stuck in cycles of worry and indecision. These lessons remind us that life is full of challenges, but it is through these challenges that we grow stronger, wiser, and more resilient. Overthinking doesn't have to control your life. With the help of Stoic philosophy, you can break free from the mental chaos and live with greater clarity, purpose, and peace. What Stoic lesson resonated with you the most? How do you plan to apply it to your life to overcome overthinking? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more insights on personal development and Stoic wisdom.